Hey guys, welcome to Wrestling Days. Welcome to Takeover Days. I can tell you that this is the 11th Takeover special, and the second one to come from Brooklyn. I think it's widely regarded that last year's Takeover was maybe the best that we've seen. I've got to be honest, I think probably give it Dallas. I think that Takeover Dallas this year was the best I've seen. But that Sasha against Bayley match still lives in the memory, as does Balor against Kevin Owens. But anyway, all of that to one side. Let's have a look at this year's card and break it down and see who we think is going to win what. The first match we're going to look at is Ember Moon against Billie Kay. I'm really interested in this match for a few reasons. I think Billie Kay feels a bit early for her to be on this stage, but she does have a gimmick. It's kind of like an opera kind of gimmick. It's a bit weird. She comes out to like opera music that's got a little bit about it. It's not just flat opera music. Not that opera music's flat, but and she comes out in this like velvet kind of ring attire as well. It's very, very bizarre. But I'm interested to see what that's like on a bigger stage. You know, this is her opportunity to really get her character across. She's never had an opportunity like this. I know she's been on SmackDown before, but this is huge for making her a name. People will know who Billie Kay is after this point. So I'm very much interested to see how she does it. And also Ember Moon. Really love the promos. It kind of comes across like Finn Balor in the women's division, like this creature, this demon, this entity in the woods, and you know, I'm really interested to see what's her music going to be like, what's her character like, how does she come down in the ring, how does she carry herself, what's her moveset like, you know, what are they going to allow her to do. It's mouth-watering. I'm really on board with this match actually, so really excited about it. No doubt in my mind Ember Moon debuting will pick up the victory, but I'm really excited for the match. Next up we get No Way Jose against Austin Aries. This is a tricky one because really No Way Jose is the replacement for Enzo and Big Cass. He's, you know, got that great entrance music, gets everyone up dancing, and he's a really charismatic guy, but he's in a very serious, hard-hitting feud. There's no time for messing around. He'll still come out and have fun with his entrance, but he's in there with the greatest man that ever lived, Austin Aries, and this is, I think, gonna show up No Way Jose. You know, he's very limited in the ring. He doesn't have the widest of mood sets, and yeah, I do just worry that this is going to show him up. I think No Way Jose will get the victory somehow, cheap roll up, something along those lines, because I think this is a feud that just needs to keep going. I don't think this is going to be the blow off for it. I don't think this will be the end of it, unless Nakamura wins, Joe goes to the main roster, and they need someone to feud with Nakamura. Then maybe Austin Aries might be the person they turn to. But I don't think it's all going to go that way. It is just a prediction. This is just a shot in the dark. I think this feud will keep going. I think No Way Jose is going to pick up the victory on this one. Not massively excited for the match. Looking forward to No Way Jose coming down and a bit of energy. But this is just going to be a hard-hitting match, I think. It's going to be a brawl. I'm expecting a brawl. Next, I've got a match I'm very much looking forward to, Revival against Gargano and Chomper. Firmly behind Gargano and Chomper. I have been since day one. For me, they should have won the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic. They are the team I want to win. I'll be cheering them on. And not only that, I think they will win, and I think the Authors of Pain will come out, and I think that sets up our next big feud. The Revival aren't going to just go away, but I think they could probably tangle with TM61 for a bit. I don't think the Revival will go to the main roster yet, although I could be wrong. There's action figures on the way for the revival, and it tends to be, if you have an action figure coming out, you don't tend to stay down in NXT for too much longer. So we'll have to see. But I think Gargano and Chomper will win. Cien Almas against Bobby Roode. This is nothing more than a Bobby Roode in-ring debut where he can come out. He's going to have a magnificent robe. It's going to be glorious. I've seen pictures of him at Download, and I've got to be honest, when I saw him coming out in his attire, it felt out of place. But now that they've got this glorious gimmick, it makes a lot more sense. It is going to be, he's going to come out like Ric Flair. And I think he's going to really look the part, and I think this is going to be a good match. I think there'll be some close calls. They could really, steal the show. I'm expecting the tag teams to do it, but both of these guys can work. But I think Bobby Roode on his in-ring debut is going to get the victory. Next, I've got Asuka against Bayley. I think Bayley is main roster bound. She got a great response from the crowd when she came out at Battleground, and so it's only a matter of time. I don't think they can keep holding her back, and I think she's going to go. There's no reason to give Asuka that loss. It's just no reason. Asuka needs a little bit more time to work on her promos, to continue to learn English, and strengthen her language skills. So it makes sense to keep the title on Asuka, keep Asuka down in NXT. And push Bayley up. If anything, you could absolutely destroy Bayley. This doesn't even need to be a back and forth. This could be a clinic from Asuka. And I kind of hope that it will be, because, again, they could steal the show, and there could be a load of close calls and close falls and stuff like that. But I just don't think there's a need. I think there's a bigger need to build Asuka. I really do. I think Asuka hasn't stalled by any means. I am firmly on board with Asuka. I think she's fantastic. But I do think they need to build her up as this monster wrestler, be it heel, face, whatever, it doesn't matter. She's got to be unstoppable, and she's still undefeated, and I don't think she should suffer a defeat to Bayley on the biggest show. There's going to be a lot of casual viewers watching this, and one of their first glimpses of Asuka shouldn't be taking a pin. So yeah, I hope Asuka retains, which is sad to say because I absolutely love Bayley, but there's bigger things awaiting her on the main roster, I'm sure. And then finally the main event, and that is Samoa Joe against Shinsuke Nakamura. Joe to win. Controversial. Because Nakamura's undefeated as well, but I just think that this could run a little bit longer, and I just think that Joe's just gone through a hellacious series with Finn Balor, going back to London, and then the start of the year and the cage match and everything that they've gone through. Just the first defence in a post-Balor feud that he has, I just don't want him to drop the title. They have done a fantastic job of building him up. He looks unstoppable. He looks like an absolute monster. Even the build for this, the security were holding him back, and you got Nakamura slapping him around. It's massively disrespectful from Nakamura. It's brilliant. But I just don't think that Joe deserves to then lose this match as well. I think that they can build for another takeover, to tell the truth. I don't think Nakamura is main roster bound. I don't think that Samoa Joe is main roster bound at the moment. I think keep the belt on him. What's the next big show going to be anyway? Surely Joe should be getting... I think the perfect time to debut Joe, Royal Rumble. Chuck him in the Royal Rumble. Have him lose to Nakamura at Christmas. Start of December. Finally, he loses the title to Nakamura, and then put Joe in the Rumble, and I would do it that way. Not saying he has to win the Rumble or anything like that, but I would do it that way. So for me, I would keep the title on Joe, but this needs to be hellacious. He needs to be taking strikes and kicks and he needs to be beaten within an inch of his life, but he still pulls through. Just because I don't know what would await him on the main roster anyway. I don't know where Joe would go at this stage, and SummerSlam, you know, he's going to miss it. Next big show is going to be Survivor Series, and I think he could skip that one, to tell the truth. For me, have him come up at Royal Rumble. So they are just predictions. I honestly don't know. I think this is a very intriguing takeover. If I'm going to be perfectly honest, I'm a bit disappointed with No Way Jose against Austin Aries. I'm a bit disappointed with CN against Bobby Roode. They could surprise me, but those are the two flat matches. I think Billie Kay against Ember Moon is nothing more than just Ember Moon's debut. I think Revival against Gargano and Chomper is going to be amazing. Asuka Bayley, I think, will be amazing. Joe Nakamura will be amazing. So watch this space. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. I'd love to know your predictions. Drop it in the comments below, or you can jump over to Twitter and Facebook at Wrestling Days UK. If you haven't subscribed to Wrestling Days here on YouTube, I would really appreciate it if you would or could. And I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I think that's it. I think we're in for a treat. I hope we're in for a treat. I'll have reactions to it all, reviews obviously, so watch this space. Thanks a lot for watching. I'll see you again, hopefully, very soon. Bye for now.